2 goals in 7 late minutes for Arsenal. Got a point. Declan Rice with the first, Trossard with the second. Rice, of course, released by Chelsea at the age of 14. And until today, he'd never scored against them in his career. He's put that right. Here's his reaction.
Well, Declan, I suppose sometimes you bring your best football and everything seems easy and maybe you steamroll the opponent. Other times you need heart and grit and you need to find a way to get something. Was today the latter?
Yeah, definitely. I think first half from us probably the worst we've played all season in terms of sloppiness, not doing things in our structure, not doing things in how we've worked. But also has massive credit to Chelsea. You know, the manager said this week that they've been really unlucky this season. You know, they were a tough opponent. They've got some incredible players. It was never going to be easy. But to show that heart, that character, you know, when you're 2-0 down, 15 to go, sometimes it's about that inner belief, that mindset that you can do it. And once I got the first, and you know, we kept pushing. It's about driving the team on and making sure that everyone else believes that we can get something here. So in the end, it's a positive result from where we come from. Just something you said there. What weren't you doing in your structure? And was that sort of on you guys, or was that something Chelsea were doing? No, you know, it was almost like 6 in midfield, wasn't it? Yeah, which would have made it tough, I'm sure. Yeah, I think Chelsea, the way they worked in midfield, made it really compact. But even us on the ball, my first pass wasn't good enough for the game. I give it away, sloppy pass, ends in the attack. Did you give them a lot of early encouragement? I think so, yeah. I think we give away one in the box in the first 5 minutes. I give away one. Some sloppy errors in front of goal up in the other end. But I think second half, you know, we showed what we're about, that belief, that hunger, never say die attitude. And, you know, to stay unbeaten as well so far, you know, it's a name for us that we want to keep doing. And it just looked, it was starting to feel like it was slipping away, wasn't it, when you got your goal? Did you feel that? Do you know what, when you look up at the clock and, you know, Chelsea, you know, we've gone full gas for the whole game and you start to run out of legs. But when I latch onto that one and put it in, you find a second bit of energy, shall I say, and, you know, what a cross. And, you know, obviously Trossard, all the subs who come on were outstanding today. It's a massive team effort. You know, it's about the team always, and I think today we showed great heart and character. Just tell us about the picture you saw for your goal, because we see those types of mistakes from goalkeepers quite a bit, because obviously most teams are looking to play out, but they're not always punished. Yeah, I think it was the fact that the angle of where I was, instead of driving the ball with my laces, you know, I kind of had to curl it away from the keeper. And luckily enough, I think it hit the post and went in, or hit the side. Not lucky, Declan. Not lucky. No, obviously it was this quick instinct. You know, you've got a split second decision whether to pass the ball forward and someone else have a shot, or I take it on. And, you know, obviously I took it on. I scored. I was obviously buzzing, but we're still 2-1 down at that point, and, you know, I wanted us to kick on, and, you know, we did that. And very lastly, nice to get the goal here, given your journey, your story with Chelsea. Yeah, I've been due one here, to be fair. Obviously, I always wish the club well. You know, it's a club who's always done massive things for me in the past. You know, especially at the start of my career. So it was nice to get a goal here. But more importantly, I'm so happy for the Arsenal fans today, and obviously for the team. Well done. Thank you. Well done, Doc.
Yes, they got a point. He said it wasn't good enough, and they went 2-0 down. And tell me Mudryk was definitely crossing here, wasn't he?
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
He was lucky to get a goal anyway. So therefore, that was a lucky break, and especially in the beginning of the second half. So that broke a little bit, you know, the attitude of Arsenal. He wanted to cross it, and it just went over it. So it was lucky. I want somebody to interview him and ask him if it was.
I think that you can see
any issue at all with Raya's positioning, right?
I don't think so, because if you look at his head, Raya's looking at him, thinking that he's trying to put a cross in. Yeah. So he's trying to make sure that he kind of like guards that. He's not expecting that. No, you can't blame the keeper for that at all. How that's gone in. But, like, you know, a goal's a goal. You know,
it's a miss kick.
It's a miss kick, of course.
Well, it went in, and you know, it counts. And then that moment, I think that Chelsea was playing well, because I had a feeling that Arsenal was withdrawing a little bit. They gave them a little bit more space to have a build-up. And until 75th minute, I thought to myself, this is an easy game for Chelsea.
And the three of us are having a conversation throughout the game, in general, about goalkeepers playing out for the back and teams taking risks. And then suddenly, this happens with Sanchez, Ruud.
Yeah, we call it in Holland the Dutch disease, because we always want to play from the back. And this is, look, this is, you know, sometimes you need to understand when you have to kick the ball away or when you have to play on. And I think that was a bad decision. And it put them in the driving seat again.
I think it was a brilliant technique, because, like he said, he had to make sure it was curling away from the keeper. And he had a split second to actually execute that. And that is the kind of thing for a team that's fighting for something. That was a break they needed.
And for any substitute, the manager's told, go on and make an impact. Now, Trossard hasn't just done this today. As I say, 3 Premier League goals, they've all come off the bench. He does make a difference.
Well, he does, but like you look at this, it's great cross from Saka. I think when we see it from the other angle, Gusto's got to have a word with himself. Havertz does well here. There's a presence in there, so that keeps the ball in that last third, and they win it back here. But once he gets back involved, they've got to be.
He looks at him.
They cannot let Saka come back inside here. He looks at him, Gusto, and then he leaves him.
Yeah.
And that's the 2 bits of quality what Arsenal needed to show. It was Declan Rice's brilliant finish, and this by Saka's pinpoint cross for Trossard to finish. Those are the moments that gave us a point today.
It's a great goal, but it's ball watching. You don't need to do that. The guy on the ball is not the threat. The threat is all behind you, and you need to watch it. And that's where most of the time, where the Italians were always good in, because they always keep a hand on you, always like this, to feel where you are. But the distance is too much, so he doesn't know where he is. So that's. But a great cross, Saka.
Yeah,
great cross. They believed in it, and all of a sudden, it's 2-2, and you have a feeling as a Chelsea fan that you're throwing something away. I think that Pochettino would be very, very disappointed with this result.
Nearly got better. You were out. Have you seen Eddie Nketiah?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I thought it was very opportunist, trying to be very opportunistic in this particular incident, because once this gets to him, Saliba does brilliantly again there. Great run from Eddie, great run from him, and I thought that he wasn't going to quite get there, but then just sticks the toe out, just unlucky. This is the run, brilliant run, shows good pace in between the defenders, and he gets there just in front of Silva, and that is unlucky. That's a great effort from Eddie.
And let's remind ourselves how Chelsea took the lead in the first half, because a lot of people having their opinion on this and what is or isn't handball. The referee didn't give it on field first of all.
No, I was surprised how long he had to look at it. It's a penalty. It's a handball for clear. So I didn't know what he was watching, if it was intentional, not intentional. The thing is, his hands are out. It looks like he heads the ball towards the goal. Okay, if it goes on goal, we don't know yet, but it looks like it. Yeah, if that's not a penalty, I don't know. It's a penalty.
It's
harsh.
But, yeah, of course. The current climate, it is a penalty.
The rule says that it is a penalty.
You look at it there, it's not even going in the goal. I would have said, listen, if it's going in the goal, I'd say. No. You know what I mean? But the way the law is, it's the mess. The penalty handball law, it's a mess all over.
What would you like to see?
You see what I'd like to see in this instant? If he's heading that ball, it's going on target, then I'll say, something, he's stopped a goal-scoring opportunity. But if you see it and it's going off target, especially as there's a defender...
So that doesn't matter?
No, not for me. Not for me, because the defender has not made himself unnatural in the way. He's trying to give himself leverage to go and head the ball, and his arms there. That's not intentional. And I know that intentional has nothing to do with it now, but at the same time, they've got to look at that. That's harsh.
That's very difficult. Yeah, it's a difficult rule.
We saw Sterling want to take it. Palmer did take it, and Palmer scored it. Now, one quick one on Ruud. The goalkeeper Sanchez coming out and catching.
It happened already a couple of times. And for me, this is a penalty, and I cannot understand. They are above here. The VAR is above this studio. And this is a foul. You just look,
nowhere near the goalkeeper.
Nowhere near. Not even. Look at this. This is a penalty. If you do that as a player,
he's missed the whole ball.
It's unbelievable for me. And he also, he can get hurt like that. And I think it happened also with Man United one game.
Yeah, on Onana against Wolves. Yeah.
Same thing, And I don't understand why this is not a penalty. It's a clear foul. You come too late. And you can hurt somebody. So I think that is definitely for me a penalty. They should do something about it. VAR upstairs, guys.
If he's coming this far,
and he's just too late.
He's made a foul. But at the same time, Jesus is in amongst the bodies. You have to look at that. If he catches Tomiyasu, you probably say something. No. But the fact that Jesus is in amongst the bodies. And people will say, well, Jesus was nowhere near the ball, but at the same time, the goalkeeper's missed.
He can't go to the ball either. I think it's a foul. I think
it's a foul.
It's a foul.
It's a foul.
So
It's
what do
foul.
you do? If it's a foul, then it is a penalty.
I don't know. I don't know what now. I5.
What are the rules in here?
I don't know
then?
anymore.
What is the rules in
I
here?
ain't got a
then?
clue what's going on anymore. You know.
No,
I ain't
we
got
won't
a
ask
clue.
Ricey that. What we do know is you've got a point, Arsenal, and you said it was crucial not to lose the game. They're still unbeaten. They're level on points with Manchester City after all of that.
And the thing with that as well, Steve, is to play as poorly as they played, and you heard Declan Rice say it there, it's going to be interesting to hear Mikel Arteta's interview, but the main thing is not to lose. And it's not just a case of just for Man City, it's just to, when you're not playing well, you find something. Yes, the goalkeeper gave us a chance and we took it well, but you have to get something out of these games away from home because you have to win your home games if you're going for the title. You have to win them.
OK, 2-2 then in our second derby of